And then I hold my belt and I just said, oh my God, that's my life. What happened about my son? That's the only thing in my mind.
So, Jenny, thank you for taking the time to do this with me.
Mm-hmm.
My channel is called Inspired Humanity. The series of interviews I'm doing, the art of human potential. I think there's many people in the world who demonstrate potential.
Mm.
They overcome obstacles, barriers, difficulties, challenges, and they persevere, don't give up. In your case, as a very successful, high-powered businesswoman in China, you had achieved everything you had set out to. You then went on the trip of a lifetime.
Mm.
And during this trip, you had an accident. You barely survived, and this accident led you to question what's really important.
Mm. First of all, I'm from China, and I'm born in Shanghai. My Chinese name is called Gu Jinghua, and I have a wish list, like we call it a bucket list. So I want to go to Tibet, and I want to see the Buddha Palace. You know, it's a beautiful palace, and the Tibet is for us is like a different world. You know, it's not like the other place in China. With 3 girls, we decide that we're gonna have a trip to Tibet. So that's how we made. Then we started get a preparation. So we buy the tickets, fly from Shanghai to Chengdu, then to Tibet, and then I organize the tour in Tibet when we landed. It's very interesting this place because the worship, you know, the Buddha. Every day in the morning, like before the sunrise, they start get up and pray. And what they do around the temple, 1 round, 2 round, and 3 round until the sunrise. And when they walk around, they pray, 4, 5 hands free, hands down on the floor and the feet. We call it 五体投地, head, 2 hands, 2 feet. I just don't get it. I said, why they do it? So why they pray? If the God really can bring them, can change their life, I just don't get it. And then after the sunrise, they go to bed. They go to sleep. And then from 1 o'clock, they get up. After lunch, they start business, like all full of street vendor from 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock. This is the working time. And then because the sun down, right? They start around the temple again until the sunset. So that's their life every day.
And so you asked the question, why? Why are they doing this? Did you come to an answer?
We didn't, but the funny thing is after we follow them, right? 1 day, 2 days, and 3 days, and we will also think about ourselves. It's their life. And their daily routine. They don't have money, but they are happy. They enjoy their life like this. So what about us? What do we do? We are happy, although we have more money than them. Like why our life can be like such simple?
Why can't it be so simple?
Yeah, why can't it be so simple?
Yes.
Instead of we always have to, think about and fighting with this and get the job, get this down, get this down, It's like all of a sudden, your brain is so pure.
Right.
Simplicity. When I go to Tibet, for sure, there's another bucket list is go to the Everest mountain.
Right. And so tell us that story.
Yeah, I'm so happy.
You're excited?
I'm very excited, and I go. Before our car going, we even have a ceremony. Oh, big group go to the Everest mountain. Everybody is excited. So actually, they already have a brief before the trip. So
briefing.
Briefing. Which road they're gonna take. But unfortunately, that day, The road they're going to take was blocked because they have a ice storm. So they, in turn, to drive
they
the
took
car.
turns. Okay.
Because the whole road, they said it's about an hour.
Okay.
From our hotel to the campus. So it's about an hour drive. And it's all up to the mountain, and it's also have ice.
Right.
So
you weren't worried?
Yeah, I'm not worried. I even don't think I need to be worried. So we drive. It was just a turn from one man to another man. He get the wheel and then he drive. Like every 15 minutes, you have to switch the driver. So he just get the wheel. Then we were like in the cliff, around the mountain. And it's like a zigzag. So he first said, we said, oh, turn. So boom, he turned left. And then when he turned left, he said, oh, no, turn right. So we both turned right. And then the third one, it turned left. So he also turned left.
Yeah.
But the fourth one to turn right, he cannot react. So the car, boom, jump off the cliff. And I have my fast seat belt. I just like hold it, and we can see the car is boom, jump into the air. And I hold my belt and I just say, oh my God, that's my life. What happened about my son? That's the only thing in my mind. And then you're just waiting for the moment the car will stop. Because it will jump in the air, and you don't know where it goes.
No.
And you're just waiting for it down. But lucky, the car was down, first the cliff, then bounce back, and then go to the second. And then when it's completely stopped, the car was flipped, and I was under the car. And then you said, oh, I still can think. Then you know you're alive. You're still alive. You didn't die, so you're still alive. Then I started moving my hands. Oh, it's okay. My hands is moving. My feet is moving. So then the two men come out from the car. Then they started pulling me out.
Yeah.
Then when they pulling me, I said, you can pull me my feet and my hand, don't pull my head. And the three car drive back to help us. So what they do, they said, what happened? They said, everything's okay, she just cannot move. So we have a lot of this like white rope, right, for the lucky. So they bend me on the seat, they take the back seat. They take it and
they wrapped it.
Yeah, wrap it as like the holding.
Like a stretcher.
Yeah, like a stretcher. And then they tied me on. And then I was just lying down in the back seat. Yeah, they lifted me on the back seat. So we started driving and we stopped every village to try to find the phone that can make a phone call to the hospital.
Right.
And finally, we found a machine, the telephone, and then they called the hospital.
Right.
So they send the car and we drive toward the car. So in the both way. So when they come in, they bring the oxygen and neck support. So I immediately have a neck support on my neck. They immediately do the x-ray to see what happened to my neck. And the doctor, after the scan, they said, oh, she's okay. She can just sleep on the bed, and she's going to recover in 1 week. So that's what I heard from the doctor. So I just tell my sister, I said, oh, I had an accident. Because I dare not to tell my mother. And meanwhile, I'm in the hospital. And then I told her, I said, oh, it's okay. I have x-ray. They said everything's okay. I can come back in a week. So the lucky enough is my brother-in-law. My brother-in-law is working for the biggest company in China. Okay? And he's the general manager. They had, in China, we call it support. So we will send the people to help them for the management, or send a doctor or teacher to the school or hospital. So then he called them to go to the hospital and check me. So they take the x-ray and then they go to the military hospital. They see my x-ray, they immediately say she had to send back to Shanghai for surgery. It's ambulance driving into the airplane and take me down, immediately send me to the hospital. Yeah.
Okay. And then they did surgery on your neck.
And you know, in China, the big problem is what? Is not everybody can have a surgery immediately if you're not dead. You know, because we lack of surgeon room. First things I think about after accident is not me. I was thinking about my client. Right. So I have to work. So every day I'm on phone and I'm on computer. The only thing is I have to neck support. So, but when I was make a phone call, I draw attention of a professor in the hospital. Then he heard like a very fluent English, because in the hospital nobody like really talk English. Then he came to me. He asked me what my job, why I'm here.
What was your big takeaway from this incident?
I think sometimes the human potential, you don't know about yourself until something happens. You know, and then you realize actually you can be strong enough, and before you don't believe, you always feel you are weak and you cannot do this kind of things, but until something happens and force you, so then the potential is come out. Right. And then you suddenly realize, oh my God, I can also do this. Yes. You know, I didn't realize, but after this accident, all of a sudden, I realized life is so short. Mm-hmm. You can be, all of a sudden, you're gone, and you even don't realize what life you are. You're not living for yourself. That's the real learning after this accident. It's ambulance driving into the airplane. Yeah. And take me down, immediately send me to the hospital. First things I think about after accident is not me. I was thinking about my client. Right. So I have to work. So every day I'm on phone and I'm on computer. The only thing is I have to neck support, right? One day, I draw attention of a professor in the hospital. Okay. Then he heard like a very fluent English. Then he came to me. He asked me what my job, why I'm here.